Hey friends, we are here on the shores of Clear Lake, located in Forest Lake in Washington County. We're going to be meeting with the Bernier family here shortly, talking about all the ways that they use Clear Lake. It is a fully recreational lake offering fishing, skiing, all sorts of activities. About 430 acres in size, and about, I think the deepest point is about 28 feet. It's really known for walleye if you're into fishing, but if you're into water skiing or doing those things too, you've got the opportunity here.
Okay, so it's like, I'm so glad to be here and hear all about your lake and Clear. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit where you live, how long you've lived here, and just a little bit about your lake.
It was 2020. It was right before COVID hit. Luckily, we were literally moved in about 2 weeks before they shut everything down. So we were on Clear Lake, and we moved in that March and had a chance to unpack everything just because of the shutdown. But it's been a wonderful chance to we're on the lake now instead of. We were over at the high school before for many years, the kids growing up, kind of that suburb feel, and it was a good neighborhood for them growing up, but we were excited to be able to finally get on the lake.
Well, you had reached out and said you had a goal. Mm-hmm. You had the goal to get on a lake within a certain radius of the cities and within a certain price point. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we had said when we retired, this is what we wanted to do. And Brian, it was funny, he said, so I was at this business meeting and Chelsea said that she wanted to show us this house. And I'm like, oh, but I love my house. I don't want to go anywhere. And so he's like, oh, just humor me and go. And I'm like, okay. So then we went with you and we saw this place.
So you're on Clear Lake.
Mm-hmm. Love it. It's really sandy. You can swim in it. And it's really, I love fishing on it. I fish all the time. I catch walleye. You know me. Mm-hmm. I catch walleye.
You had also mentioned when we were talking about getting together that you wanted to time this because the house gets warm from all the solar energy coming in because you're on the North Shore. Mm-hmm. And right now, this time of year, the sun is coming from more of the south. Yeah. So you get a lot of that. Yeah. Do you guys spend much time on the water I should say on the ice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
During the winter?
Yeah, I've got... Sure.
Your ice fishing gear on. Yes.
Yeah, I got ice fishing gear. I got a hub. So Jack will come with, and his girlfriend, my oldest, and he helps me set up. He doesn't so much like to just sit and fish. It's just not enough action for him. But he goes out snowmobiling and stuff when we do that. But we go ice fishing. I haven't really gotten on them this year because it's just been really cold. They don't like to bite when it's this cold usually. Yeah. But I love ice fishing, so I do ice fish. And we go cross-country skiing on here, too. I mean, there's a person that goes around and makes little trails that you can just kind of follow in.
Do people do hockey rinks out here? Do you see a lot of ice skating as well?
Yeah, 2 little girls over there are always learning to skate. They plow a nice rink out on their spot. And, they got a little, little bracket to hold on to and all of that. So
nice. So there's lots of activity on Clear Lake. It's about 460 acres. Mm-hmm. Your shoreline is kind of sandy. You got a sandy bottom, right? Sandy bottom.
Nice for swimming. Nice for just lounging out on your pool lounger, having a beverage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've also heard that on Clear Lake there are some artesian wells. Are you familiar with those?
We have one.
You have one?
Yeah. That's what I think. I thought almost everybody along here did on this north side. You can see well, it was kind of weird. I got snowmobiles back from Polaris a couple weekends ago.
Okay.
And I was riding with Jack along here, and all of a sudden we had just had fresh snow, but I was about 100 yards out, and all of a sudden I went into slush, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was bubbling out of here and kind of getting onto the ice. So
Making the ice a little soft.
or just it kind of flowed onto the ice and under the snow and made a slushy mess there. So didn't realize how much of that was flowing. So that we were just there's wells over there as well, or just down a little bit.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what it's like living on the lake, the seasonality of it, the changing, because, you know, this time of year, your boat's not in the water. You've obviously had to pull it out, winterize it, shrink wrap it, whatever. So can you talk a little bit about that?
We have, that's the first thing. There are some maintenance issues as far as we wound up getting a quad right away, 4-wheeler for towing the docks out. And one thing that's really cool about this North Shore of it that we found out, a lot of the people hire the wrestling team has a fundraiser every year to pull the docks out, and they'll look at it, bid it, and pull them out. If you want to have somebody pull it out, that's an option. Otherwise, we've got the quad. We just take a winch, and I've got a ramp here, so we just we'll winch them right out, and they're stored. It's about a 300-foot deep lot, so across from here is where we keep them all in the back behind.
So you keep the dock on your property,
Mm-hmm.
but towards the back of the property.
Yeah.
And then how about your boats?
The boat's just in the back garage. They have us set up well here with Tim at we have a nice heated plumbed garage across from the road from where we're at. Plus they have a back garage too, so we've been putting the garage. This year we put it in the garage, but the first year we just covered it. Guy 2 doors down does shrink wrapping, so so we could wrap it and park it out back too. But maybe next year we might look at that. We're trying to figure out what to do with that on a yearly basis, but we did tuck it in the back garage this year.
So you have a big enough lot and a big enough property to store all of that on site.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The big lift, the boat lift goes right next to the house over here.
Okay.
And that we'll have to adjust if these people ever sell and like build a bigger house or something on the 2. This is a vacant lot. So
Is there an association on Clear Lake? Totally voluntary?
yeah, you can. It's like $15 a year, whatever, to be a part of it. And then just that also. Then for an extra $50, you can contribute, and that helps control milfoil and things like that.
Okay.
So they do have a program with the DNR that they use for. It's a fairly clear
Control
lake.
weeds.
Sorry about the pun, but
No pun intended, huh?
yeah, but there is some milfoil over in this far corner by the freeway. That's a little bit thicker there, and they did something a couple years ago that's knocked a lot of that down. Well,
Okay.
basically late summer you get a little bit of weeds, but it's not too bad.
So you mentioned the freeway, so you are very close, easy access on and off the freeway, right?
Yes.
It's another perk.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We're so close to town too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you don't seem like you are in town right here. I mean, it seems like you're just in a lake cabin up north, and then 2 blocks is town.
Tucked away, a nice little neighborhood, little
Yep.
secret neighborhood.
Now,
Yeah.
walk the dogs down and we can go right to Target or Walmart or something. It's right down the street. That was probably the biggest thing, especially during COVID, and that we were shocked when we moved in. It felt like I was up north, like we just disappeared. And then, but to be just take a walk in the summer was crazy. That we're
Really
that
nice.
close.
And now there's also public access to this lake, correct?
Yeah, there's a
And a lot of people will come in and do some fishing summer and winter on the ice. We could see them out there on the ice right now.
Yeah, that's over by the freeway. You can probably see it from the freeway when you're coming north. It's just right on the right-hand side of the road.
So any nuances or things that, you might say are not your favorite about living on the lake?
That was every day. I'm like, she got sick of me saying, I can't believe I live here. This is so amazing. The first week.
So you're still in love.
Yes. I don't think that'll change.
Yeah.
How about any golden nuggets or anything about the lake that you've realized since living here that you didn't know before? That you would be willing to share?
The bug thing we told you about, but the rest of it's a secret.
Okay. Secrets are okay. Secrets are okay.
Yeah.
She
No.
spilled the walleye situation there.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you eat
Love
the
it.
walleye when you catch them? Or
Oh,
do you
yeah.
catch and release?
Well, a lot of it you have to
There is a
release just
slot.
because there's a slot limit this year. On Clear Lake, you can't keep anything below 17 inches.
Okay.
So I caught a lot of walleye. I had to put a lot of them back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I caught some.
It's a
I
fun
ate some.
sport.
Yeah.
So the spinners and the bait that you mentioned, is that something that you just make for yourself, or do you sell that to other people?
So
No.
give it to people. Like there was this guy that in our church, he lost his wife, and I took him out fishing.
Oh,
And,
very nice.
I gave him one, and I gave my brothers each one. So
Very
my
nice.
sons, they've got them.
Yeah.
I showed my sons
That's
how to
what
make them.
our son's girlfriend, she likes to do crafts, but so she brings her over and they do spinner bait. Just been great. I don't know. I
really want to preach. I want to give you some kudos for getting us here, because you really worked hard to get us here, and I really appreciate that. I mean,
My pleasure.
I was dug into that other house, and I don't think I was gonna move, but you showed me something I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm just very grateful. So,
Oh,
thank you.
You're very welcome. So next time you can take me fishing.
Yeah.
Only on the water, not
You're
on
on.
the ice.
Yeah.
You're on.
That's my
Yeah.
preference when the sun's out.
Yeah.
I don't know if the suns are out at the same time the fish are out, but
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Sounds good.
I'll bring you. Oh, you might want to bring something to cover up because you might get wet if we're gonna catch walleye. So yeah,
sounds like fun.
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
I work Monday through Friday, but I'm done at 4 usually. So
That's usually, yeah. I work 24/7, Monday through Sunday.
absolutely, you do. You probably get pulled out of more family events than anybody knows, right?
I'm practicing boundaries. I am.
There you go. Namaste.